Hello everyone and welcome to design review number 4. This time we're going to fix and improve my blaze farm. Maizuma Void decided to build this blaze farm on Hermitcraft, and he found a few issues with the design. In this video we are going to try to fix all of them if possible. And the first thing I need to mention is that a map download is available in the video description, so you guys can download this thing right away and test it for yourselves. I also included a few shortcuts for you guys to try this thing out, and I will talk about them at the end of the video. So about the changes, I tried to keep the farm with the same shape and size as much as possible. By adding a few changes. I added a new ring here, and I will tell you guys why in a few minutes. And I also slabbed all the top, and the floor is also slabbed, so it's mob proof, and the redstone is mob proof as well, as far as I tested. This thing, inside you can see what are the changes. I had to use redstone blocks up there. Let me switch to game mode 3 so you guys can see how this works now. So before we had redstone dust on top here powering those dispensers, but now we have slabs here for mobs not to spawn here, so I had to come up with a different solution. And also the signs here are right below the spawner, so lava only has to flow 3 blocks down instead of 5 that it had before, and it is enough to switch this trap off. And also it will allow it to start and stop quicker. Yeah. So let me demonstrate how this works. I also included a pretty cool feature here. If you guys notice, you guys can watch the pistons up there to see how they work. So you can see it moves back and forth and then activates lava. And those guys also get crushed. And the idea here is that once you consider to be finished with your XP collecting, you can turn off the farm and at the same time do the last crushing on those guys. And I also changed a bunch of things with the crusher itself and the way it works. So let's try to get rid of those guys quickly. Yeah, you can see that I changed the trapdoors. They are still there, only differently now. Yeah. Let me show you guys the inside once again. As you can see, the blazes that are crushed are all the time protected from the new ones because we have the trapdoors up here, but they work differently. Now it's hard to explain. I would like to explain, but it will take me a lot of time. And also instead of solid blocks we now have glass everywhere around, so no other kinds of mobs can spawn here. And the crusher has a much simpler redstone. You can see that it's a little bit cheaper now. All we have here is a redstone line with a few torches here to power the pistons. And the timing is I don't know how to put it, but the solution I came up with is super cool. Before we had 23 items inside one of those, and we had to wait for those to go from here to here and back. But now instead we have only 13 items, and I mean 12 items plus one unstackable item. And what this thing does is, let me place a few blazes inside, so you can press this button just to spawn them a little bit quicker. Yeah, just like this. And if we activate the crusher now, so you can see that the items are flowing to the other side, but they need to get back here. The crusher is still active while this thing is resetting. So during this process, let me just kill them. You cannot activate it back, so it's safer. And during the resetting process you can also click. This is a little bit safer. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was before. And since those guys are resetting during the crushing process, as soon as the crusher is done with its job, you can reactivate it in as quickly as you want. No problems with that. I kept the layout down here with the chests to automatically store everything you want. from the blazes. And also I kept the furnaces, they are only hidden down here. So if you flip the lever, you can access the top of the furnaces. Yeah, and if you flip it again, this trapdoor will close automatically, so this is also pretty cool. Just a few more things I would like to mention before the end of the video, guys. For example, here you can see that I could have powered this piston directly from the button, but instead I decided to invert the signal, because this way this piston would be extended by default and would not create an air pocket here for a mob to be able to spawn here. This is just a little detail, but if you guys download the map, make sure to pay attention to all those little details, because this farm is all about it. Also here on the inside, I made sure to now have this floor 6 blocks far from the spawner. Let me switch to game mode 1 here. And what this does is, now even if those guys decide to hang out here for a really long time, which is not the case as you guys can see now, it's not a problem, because the spawner up here will not detect them. With the previous design we could have only up to 6 blazes up here, but now we can have as many as possible. So, and finally here, when you're going to activate your crusher, make sure to look inside the killing area and see if none of those guys are jumping. Let's see what happens if we try to crush those guys. And for example, those guys here, they are jumping, which means that they are going to get half crushed. So if you don't see any guys jumping, you just go ahead and kill them. Let me switch to game mode 0. But since those guys that were jumping before are probably not one hit killed for now, the best option is to, or safer option is to just grab a pretty powerful sword. In this case I'm using looting 3, sharpness 5 to kill them off, because the crusher will kind of half crush them. So yeah, this is not going to be a problem. So if you don't see any guys jumping here, just use your hands, but if you do, just use the sword just to be safe. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, even if there are walls, even if we use something to trap them, unless they are really far from the others, they will aggro everyone. So yeah, this is what we have to do now. I don't know if this is a bug. They can even see you through the walls and through this floor, even if those are solid blocks. So I don't know what we are going to do about that, but that is what we can do for now and still keep this farm with this size. So that is all I have to tell you guys for now. If I ever make any changes to this farm, any improvements or updates, I will update the map download, guys. So if you come back to this video, make sure to check the video description for the map download, and I will also include the date where I updated it the last time. Because I cannot change the video, but I can change the map download. And also, if I do so, I will also let you guys know on Twitter. I am a very active person on Twitter, so if you're not following me there, please just check the video description. You can find my Twitter there and start following me. Okay guys, once again, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to comment, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe.